That moment when someone says, "I'm fine," but something inside you tells you they're not. You notice a slight hesitation, a flicker in their eyes, a tension in their posture that doesn't match their words. And for a second, you almost understand what's really going on. But then you ignore it. Most people do, because reading people isn't something we're taught. It's something we're expected to just know. And the truth is, most people are completely blind to what's right in front of them. Every conversation you've ever had carried two layers: what was said and what was silently revealed. The problem? You've been trained to listen to words, while missing the signals that actually matter. Because people rarely lie with their words alone. They leak truth through their behavior, through their eyes, their body, their timing, their silence. And once you learn how to see these patterns, you stop guessing. You stop second-guessing yourself. And you start seeing people for who they really are, almost instantly. By the end of this video, you won't just hear people anymore. You'll read them. And once you do, you won't be able to unsee it. Before we go deeper, I want to be clear. Everything discussed on this channel is strictly for educational purposes. Understanding dark psychology is about building awareness, not weaponizing it. If you or someone you know is in a harmful situation, please seek support from a licensed professional. This is a space for growth, clarity, and protection, nothing else. Reading people in seconds isn't about mind reading. It's about pattern recognition. It's the ability to observe small, often unconscious behaviors and connect them to what someone is actually feeling beneath the surface. Because emotions don't stay hidden, they leak through micro-expressions, body language, tone shifts, and timing. Imagine this. You're talking to someone new. They smile, they nod, they say all the right things, but their arms are tightly crossed, their shoulders are slightly raised, and their eye contact feels forced. On the surface, everything seems normal, but underneath there's discomfort. And if you miss it, you misunderstand them completely. This matters more than you think, because every relationship, personal or professional, is built on interpretation. If you misread people, you trust the wrong ones, you doubt the right ones, and you walk into situations blind. But when you understand how to read behavior instead of just words, you gain clarity. You stop relying on what people say and start understanding what they show. Layer 1, the body never lies. Let's start with the most visible signal, the body. People can control their words. They can rehearse their tone, but controlling the body is much harder because the body reacts faster than the mind can edit. For example, when someone feels defensive, they often close themselves off physically. Arms crossed, shoulders tight, body slightly angled away. They may still smile, they may still speak calmly, but their body is saying something else entirely. Here's why this matters. Your brain is wired to pick up on these signals, but if you ignore them, you override your own intuition. Most people stop at words, but you shouldn't. Because when words and body language don't match, the truth is almost always in the body. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Layer 2, micro-expressions reveal hidden emotion. Now we go deeper. Micro-expressions are brief, involuntary facial expressions that flash for less than a second. They happen before a person has time to control their reaction, and they reveal what someone is actually feeling. Imagine asking someone a simple question. For a split second, you see fear, anger, or discomfort flash across their face. Before they smile, most people miss it. But once you train yourself to notice it, you can't unsee it. For example, someone might say they're excited about an opportunity, but just before they speak, you notice a quick tightening of the lips or a flash of anxiety in their eyes. That moment, that's the truth trying to surface. Why this matters is simple. People don't always lie intentionally. Sometimes they're hiding emotions even from themselves, and micro-expressions give you a glimpse into that hidden layer. Most people stop at what's visible, but you need to catch what's fleeting. And now, the final layer. Layer 3, timing and behavior patterns. This is where reading people becomes powerful, because it's not just what they do, it's when they do it, and how consistently they repeat it. For example, a delayed response to a simple question can signal hesitation or internal conflict. Someone who suddenly changes posture when a topic comes up is reacting emotionally, even if they don't say it, or someone who over-explains a simple answer is often trying to convince you and themselves. Here's a scenario. You ask someone where they were last night. Instead of answering directly, they pause, shift their posture, then give a long, detailed explanation. That pattern, pause, shift, over-explain, is more revealing than the answer itself. Because behavior patterns don't lie. They reveal comfort, discomfort, confidence, or uncertainty. And once you start connecting these patterns, you stop reacting to isolated signals and start understanding the full picture. Now here's the part most people get wrong. Reading people isn't about catching others. It's about understanding yourself, because the biggest mistake you can make is assuming every signal has one meaning. Crossed arms don't always mean defensiveness. Avoiding eye contact doesn't always mean deception. Context matters. And your interpretation shapes your reality. Most people don't misread others because they lack information. They misread others because they project their own emotions. If you're insecure, you see rejection everywhere. If you're trusting, you ignore warning signs. So the real skill isn't just observation. It's awareness. Awareness of patterns, awareness of context, and awareness of your own biases. Because once you combine observation with self-awareness, you don't just read people, you understand them. And that changes everything. The first strategy is simple. Observe before you interpret. Don't jump to conclusions based on a single signal. Watch for clusters of behavior. One action can mislead you, but patterns reveal consistency. Train yourself to pause and observe before deciding what something means. The second strategy, compare words with behavior. Always ask yourself, do their actions match what they're saying? When there's a mismatch, don't ignore it. You don't need to confront it immediately. Just recognize it as a signal to stay aware. The third strategy, watch for emotional shifts. Pay attention to how someone's behavior changes around certain topics. Sudden shifts in tone, posture, or expression often indicate something meaningful. These moments tell you where emotions are strongest and where truth is most likely hidden. The fourth strategy, check your own bias. Before assuming what someone means, ask yourself, am I projecting something? Your past experiences shape how you interpret behavior. Staying aware of this keeps your judgment grounded and accurate. Think about the last time you felt something was off in a conversation but couldn't explain why. Now ask yourself, what did you notice that you didn't fully trust? Was it their tone, their body language, their timing? And more importantly, what would have changed if you had listened to that instinct instead of ignoring it? People reveal more than they realize, not through what they say, but through what they can't fully control. When you learn to read these patterns, you stop guessing, stop overthinking, and start seeing clearly. And clarity changes how you move through the world. In our next video, we're going to expose a behavior pattern that almost everyone experiences, but very few recognize while it's happening. And once you see it, it changes how you view every interaction. If this gave you something to think about, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you want to keep learning the psychology, most people never get